Hi folks, how you doing? Abbey Road is 85 years old. Haha. Abbey Road, 85 years old. That's old. Abbey Road, 85 years old. Yeah. Whoa. Little shop called Curry's. It was really an electrical goods store, but in the back there was a little record booth. You could go there and I knew I could get a record there. So that was it, and I took it home and played it to death. And music was very important to me growing up. Before I bought Bebop and Lula, I would hear things on the radio, and also my dad was a piano player, but he was the guy who would play at the New Year's parties. So he was always playing piano around the house, so I heard a lot of it. And then later, when rock and roll came in, there was this kind of music, this new kind of music, you know, Bebop and Lula, Elvis Presley, Heartbreak Hotel, Bill Haley, Rock Around the Clock. And this started a whole new trend.
And I'm coming home to the state where I was born and raised in West Virginia. And I think this is one of the greatest thrills of my life, getting to go in the Hall of Fame tonight. After 60 long years, exactly yesterday, I left West Virginia 60 years and come to Pikeville, Kentucky. And yesterday, 60 years, I come back home to West Virginia. I came in this morning 8:15, expecting her nagging for getting home late. But she didn't scold me or tell me it's wrong. To death? Well, I'll do that. I went to work with the Lonesome Pine Fiddlers, me and my brother Ray, November 1953. I'd never been in a studio in my life, the Brown Studio in Nashville. I went in that day and there said Eddie Arnold had been there, and Johnny and Jack, Chet Atkins, and some of the heroes in country music. I'm losing my mind. My baby's done left me and traveled behind. And I'm so lonely I'll be. With no one to wash all my dishes. Back before I even know what Nashville was, I used to listen to an old battery radio on Saturday night. We didn't have any electricity. So we would gather around the old fireplace, the old coal lamps are burning. Mommy would make some gingerbread and pop some popcorn. I'd rather have 1,000,000 friends than to have $1 million. Because you could have $1 million, not a friend, you couldn't spend the money. So that's the way it is. I love people, and I love what I'm doing. And as long as the good Lord lets me keep my
Highway 40 Blues was written in the 70s, a much younger version. And I've got this little song idea stuck in my head. I can't get it out. You ever do that? You know, it's stuck in my head. I can't get it out. I come home about 3 in the morning, somewhat less than 100%.
Highway 40 Blues. I walked holes in both my shoes. Counted the days since I've been gone. I'd love to see the lights of home. Waste of time and money too. Squandering youth and search true. But anyway would be my fun. Sweetheart of mine, can't you hear me call? 1,000,000 times I've looked to bed.
Been an awful murder
Down on Music Row. For the steel guitars no longer cry,
and you can't hear Oswald play with drums and rock and roll guitar.
Well, we're at the sound shop, and my son Mark is an engineer here, and naturally I like to record here. And we're doing a project for Larry Black. So far, the 6 sides have been a joy because of very good musician.
And a common man is what I'll be. I'll take a Chevrolet just any day. So give your daddy back his Mercedes-Benz. And there's some common people that I hang out with. They're my good time buddies, they're my friends.
If you can dream it, you can do it. If you can think, you can make up your mind. If you can feel, you can understand what this is. I cannot believe how I once appreciated everything you did, and I loved it and took it for granted. Thank you right now, for I know better.
Maybelline, please don't be like Maybelline. Shapes her life from magazines, trapped but always feeling free. Singing Maybelline, and as I go back to the start, I'm singing on. Sometimes I just scream the top of my lungs. Hold on, you pass them on like nobody would give you what you wanted, but you'll just be wasting time talking about a worldly life. And now I'm here, listen if you like something to tell me, say there's nothing. All this pain and all this confusion tries to get you down, but I say no.
Went through a man, she came from Tipperary in the pioneer days of 42. Her little man was shot in Jameson City for the wicked on his good old mountain dew. Well, come on down the mountain, Katy Daly. Come on down the mountain, Katy Daly. Can't you hear us calling Katy Daly? We want to drink your good old Mountain Dew. Wake up and pay attention, Katy Daly. I am the judge who's going to sentence you. All the boys in the court is drunk your liquor.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth, the drink and let it. Oh, come on down the mountain, Katy Daly. Come on down the mountain, calling Katie Dill. Ain't you here, it's calling Katie Daly. Well, you want to drink your good old Mountain Dew? Get around!
My interest in music probably started when I was probably 6 or 7. I remember my father used to install like
Welcome
home
to the
theater.
city light now. Welcome to the city light now. As I step off this plane, she said, don't you hide your face. Step off in this town now. Nobody knows your name. Welcome home, but run from this place that I've always known. Let the record show now that I'm gone.
Really, I don't know what I would have done. I certainly wouldn't be who I am today, you know, because the influences and the joy of listening to the music is what made. And then later, when rock and roll came in, there was this kind of music, this new kind of music, you know. Bebop Lula, Elvis Presley, Heartbreak Hotel, Bill Haley, Rock Around the Clock. And this started a whole new trend, so it was really important to me to have that background as a kid, hearing it on the radio and hearing my dad play. I can't imagine growing up without listening to music. I just can't, because I was so lucky, you know, there was a lot of music around. My uncles and aunties enjoyed music. You go to a party, all the aunties would be singing. So there's a lot of music. So to imagine not having music is terrifying, really. I don't know what I would have done. I certainly wouldn't be who I am today, you know, because the influences and the joy of listening to the music is what made me. I hope you'll join me sharing the music from your childhood, telling us the stories and supporting endthesilence.com and donate. So let's end the silence together.
Very happy to have the excellent John Jorgensen here, amazing guitar player who's played everything from country rock to gypsy jazz and everything in between. Just an amazing career. I understand you actually started your career right here at Disneyland.
Well, that was one of my first, you know, full-time musical jobs was at Disneyland. Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear. The unwound strings will still excite the top. And usually you get kind of up in this register and you won't you won't hear the body much anymore.
Right.
But this still maintains the same.
I can totally hear it. Yeah.
There's hardly any difference between the wound and unwound, which is really unusual.
Hey, I'm Derek Fawerda, and I am selling this Blueridge Brazilian rosewood model. I was up at Sony Mountain Music several years ago, and there was a rep from Saga Music, and they came in with 5 Brazilians, and I picked this one out because it was hands down by far the best. A couple wound up in Dahlonega at a bluegrass shop, and I don't know where the other 2 went, but this one came to me. Anyway, something really interesting about this guitar. Not only does it sound fantastic, I knew a wood curator for the Smithsonian who told me that this was repurposed Brazilian rosewood, and he dated it back to almost 500 years. And the way he did it was he showed me some of the unique grain on it, and apparently they do it forensically, where they look at patterns and growth patterns, and they all know the growth patterns for like the last 2,000 years. And also something else interesting, here where you see these dark marks, those are actually nail marks. And they can tell by the configuration of the holes that these were hand-hammered iron nails. And this was on a piece of furniture that was dated back. So usually, a lot of these like to respond either to a pick or a fingers. This sounds amazing. Both finger picked and using a pick. I'll just use some basic open position chords, and you can hear how nice it sounds there. Again, the bass is unbelievable.
You're still young enough, so many miles to forget. Oh, Juliet, you always smoked on my cigarettes. Oh, Juliet, there was a time when I was a man.
So that's how we listened to the Grand Ole Opry on Saturday night when I was just a young boy growing up. But my dream has come true. I thank God for it. I have made a lot of friends in bluegrass and country music. But it's a great feeling when you walk out on that stage and think we're all the great heroes. This makes the third Hall of Fame I've went into. I went into the Hall of Fame in Nashville there at the Ryman Auditorium 2009 on October the 1st. And April the 7th, 2011, I went in the Bluegrass State of Kentucky Hall of Fame. And today put the icing on the cake, West Virginia.
First time that I made on my own, I could tell you that it felt so free. And looking back, I wonder how I was brave enough, seeing I knew nobody. I'm sure that somebody was watching over me, was where I was supposed to be. Supposed to be.
Look in the eyes of a baby. Oh, yeah. Eyes of a child. Sometimes you think you'll never get through it. La 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 la. Sometimes I feel this all in your mind. Sometimes it's just a moment where it all will disappear. But paradise is more than just a place. So wait on this moment. Wait on this day too. Be yours. Be yours. Be yours. Be yours. Be yours. Be yours. In today's
Aloha.
And I loved it and took it for granted. Thank you right now, for I know better. you, not for me. Bittersweet melancholy, and oh, leave it to you, leave it to her. I'm out of your lies, under your ruins. I've been drowning under red skies. My love for you is dying.
Sin letra, ¿eh? Nos la inventamos.
Nos la inventamos.
Venga, nos resulta eso.
Then they're gonna be sad. Today's the day. Yeah. Yeah. Then they're gonna be it to run. She's got it together. She's trying to make things right. Holding on is always got the best. No one else should ever feel this way.
Hi friends, this is Jarvis. Welcome back to more guitar reviews. I just got this in just a couple hours ago, and I've reset up this guitar. This is a Blueridge from Saga Music. Saga Music, Blueridge actually is made in China, but don't let this made in China thing fool you, because the Saga Music in China, which manufactures Blueridge, before that, actually, they were the ones that manufactured violins and all the other string instruments before they went into guitar making. And this is a Blueridge BR160. And let me just dive into this guitar review on this Blueridge 160. The guitar sports a 111/16 width, nut width. The scale length of this guitar is 25.5 with a rosewood fretboard.
Hi, I'm Spoon Phillips at Maury's Music with a very special comparison between the Blueridge BR183 with a Sitka spruce top and a BR183A with an Adirondack spruce top.
Not who you are, it doesn't count anymore. So you look at the world and you feel like it's fading, because no one has time for life.
What's a honky tonk? Living this city life, the air is full of pollution, and it's 110 outside. Working all week just to make a buck. I wouldn't take a gas to go pick up truck, a train and dog, stumbling off the track, and I'm out that door. I ain't coming back.
Monday, yeah, it's a fun day, and it's happening all around the world. Come on, join us, join Meat Free Monday. It's a fun day, and it's happening around the world. Now surely you can do better than that. Send your songs for Meat Free Monday to support Meat Free Monday. Come on now, Meat Free Monday. Come on everybody. Hey, it's a fun day, and it's happening all around the world. Yeah, Meat Free Monday, oh such a fun day, and it's happening all around the world.
John, George, and all our departed heroes. But anyway, we love them all. We love Abbey Road. Abbey Road, 85 years old, and that's old.
Well, I don't know if they still make them. Back then they were the best. And a good time didn't cost much, $2.95 a set. Back before I left Fay Alley to chase my hillbilly dreams, all it took to make me happy was an old guitar and black tie.
Be glad you came and hate to go when the moon swings low on the Alamo. Play, Jim. When the moon swings low on the Alamo, you'll find your hearts at ease, I know.
แฟนๆที่ชื่นชอบโซ OM แล้วก็มีงานอาบาโลนเนี่ยดูเทปนี้เลย
ใช่อันนี้เรียกว่าหรูหรา
โอ้โห
คนที่ต้องการความหรูหรา
ท็อปแบ็กซ้ายมีอาบาโลนเดินขอบตลอด
จัดเต็มนะครับ
ผม
เรามาเริ่มไล่สเปคตั้งแต่หัวจนท้ายกันเลย
One of these days, I know it's gonna come my time. Like old Hank, I know I'll never get out of this world alive. I've been honky-tonkin' a time or two.
This is going. So I was going to ask Ralph today, but I just didn't. I mean, we got to talking about other things, but I was going to ask Ralph, you remember the hot dog story with Curly Ray, and I'm sure he would have said, yeah, I remember that. But I wanted to ask you, Ralph, when you were taking those curves, were you kind of hitting them a little hard on purpose? Was you just kind of slinging us all around? And I'm telling you folks now, this is no lie. We saw pieces of hot dog about that long, no tooth mark on it, none, just like bit off clean, about that long. And that was the best part of the whole thing. That was worth losing the money for, just to get to see that.
Features Indian rosewood back and sides, beautifully bound with cream bindings and abalone purflings. An Adirondack spruce top, also bound with cream bindings and abalone purflings. Ebony bridge, ebony fretboard, bound with cream bindings and snowflake inlays. On a mahogany neck with 14 frets to the body. Open geared Grover tuners on the back of the headstock. Rosewood headstock overlay, bound with cream bindings. And of course a beautifully inlaid Blueridge logo.
Darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, and it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun. Comes the sun.
I'm gonna pick Alex up just a little bit on the last part of this song and just see how fast he can make them fingers roll. What y'all say? Are y'all ready? Let's hear it good one time now. Give him a little encouragement. How are y'all ready? All right, you ready now? Come on down the mountain, Katy Daly. Come on down the mountain, Katy Daly. Ain't you just calling Katy Daly? We want to drink your girl mountain. Thank you very much, folks. God bless you. We appreciate it.